And we are back with part 3 as we continue our first OWA match. Oh, and Orton caught him with the Super RKO. Are we going to start it off with a victory of part 3? 1, 2, and Orton kicks out. Or I'm sorry, Rollins kicks out. I'm a little disoriented because this matchup has been going for over 30 minutes. We're almost hitting the 40-minute mark. And both of these men, again, it just means so much to them to move on to the next round. I'm running out of things to say because this match has left me speechless. This match has been so incredible, but only one man will advance. Rollins there with the counter to Randy Orton. Rollins has him in a grapple. Rollins now getting him onto the mat and putting the knee into the arm, trying to weaken his ability to hit that RKO. After so many RKOs that Rollins has taken in this match, he has to try to weaken it because another one might just put him away, especially after that Super RKO. I do not know how he was able to kick out of that. A lot of people that would have put on the mat, but Rollins is showing the heart of a warrior, the heart of a champion. Oh, and Orton slamming his neck into the mat. Which one of these men will advance to the quarterfinals? Orton putting the knee into the back of Seth Rollins. We have 7 more OWA first round championship tournament matches. This is just the first of those, and also in our main event we will still have Curtis Axel taking on Vader. Ooh, big drop kick there to Seth Rollins. So if you think this match is great, stay tuned because we have 8 more matches total, 7 more tournament matches for you tonight. Clothesline there from Rollins. And Rollins, both of these men have made it a point to keep the crowd involved in this matchup. Try to keep the adrenaline, like I've said before, but also for you at home just to have the crowd back after what we've experienced over the last year has been amazing. Rollins going to the top rope, going for the frog splash. Orton got the knees up. What is Orton going to look for here? Orton went for a move, but Rollins grabbed him very quickly and shoved his head into the mat. What's Rollins looking for here? Rollins looking for the kick. Rollins looking for the curb stomp. There's the curb stomp again to Randy Orton. Will this finally put Randy Orton away? Here's the cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 by Randy Orton. These men have at least, I've lost count, but these men have at least kicked out of 5 of each other's finishers. What is it going to take? You don't see it that often where these men are able to kick out of each other's finishing maneuvers so frequently. But both of these men know each other. They fought in EWW. Like I said, I would tell you a little bit about the previous leagues. In WWE Online Gaming, there have been a landscape of leagues across. We've had WPA, which is what I owned before forming OWA, and then you had both of these men in EWW. They fought multiple times over the EWW Championship. OWA is kind of a culmination of those leagues. All that talent being brought together, new talent being brought in. If you would be interested in joining OWA and having your matches here on YouTube, then we will give you contact information and a way to reach us soon. We would love to have you. But back to this matchup here. Orton on the outside. Orton finally getting into the ring, trying to grab the referee, but the referee just out of reach. Orton has to get back in the ring again to break the 10 count. Rollins, going for the pin here, but instead he breaks it up. He wants to stay on the offense. Of Randy Orton. And now Rollins picking up Orton, but Orton counters it, lands in an uppercut. Orton very close to the ropes. That's smart, looking for that DDT off the second rope. And he nails it. He nails it to Seth Rollins. Orton trying to catch his breath here for a second. Is he going to go for a pin cover? No. Instead, he's barking at Seth Rollins, telling him to stay down. Here's the cover, but instead, he picks him up. And this is where Orton might need a little bit of a reality check, a little bit of a humbling. That could have been a chance to put him away, but instead, he was cocky. He went to taunt. And now, he went for that RKO, and see, he gave Rollins time to regroup. Rollins missed that drop kick, though. Rollins countered, went for a kick. Orton nailed a drop kick, and even though Orton, for the most part, usually does back up his cockiness, there have been times in this match that the little errors not pulling him away from the rope, the times to taunt, be cocky, it has cost him. But here's the roll-up, but Rollins too close to the ropes there. It's just Orton has been too focused on being cocky and not focused enough on this match. Will it cost him? That will remain to be seen, and Orton going head first over the top rope. Rollins counted. and Orton trying to just get up to his feet, pulling himself up on the ropes. Rollins also getting a little cocky. What is he looking for here? See, you got to stay on your opponent right here. You're giving him too much space here, but Rollins must have something in mind, trying to wait for Randy Orton to get reoriented, and maybe that was the move that would pay off, because as soon as Randy Orton came to, he got nailed with a curb stomp, and here's the cover by by Seth Rollins, 1, and kick out at 1. How are these men doing it? How are these men, I don't know, is this match ever going to end? This is, again, what a great way to just start off OWA. If all the matches in OWA are of this quality, then we're in for a great tenure here with our roster. Randy Orton with the counter. And this is what makes OWA great. It's going to be a mixture of these veterans. It's going to be a mixture of these young talents that haven't been in leagues before. This is their opportunity. This is their chance on the big stage with people watching them to show what they can do. And Rollins with the DDT, that's another thing. Even though these guys are veterans, none of them have really been able to show the world what they can do. But now on this platform, on YouTube, on OWA, they'll have their chance to show why they should be champions, why they are the best in WWE games. DDT to Seth Rollins. Orton trying to prove he's the best and trying to prove why he should be the first champion. What is Orton going to do here to Rollins? There's the Irish whip to Seth Rollins. And there's another super RKO to Rollins. Is that going to put him away? That has to do it. 1, 2. No, he kicks out again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I am at a loss of words. I've never seen anything like this before. This is just incredible. These men going back and forth. Whoever has a match after this is going to have a lot to live up to. I don't know if anybody else can top this opening match here tonight, but we'll find out nonetheless. Another knee by Randy Orton. And at this point, both men are running out of things that they can do to their opponent. They just got to keep kind of sticking to their offense and hoping eventually one of their spirits break. One of them will lose their will to keep fighting. There's a curb stomp to Randy Orton. Is that going to do it? Here's the cover. 1, 2, and Orton kicks out again. This is getting absolutely absurd. This is getting absolutely ridiculous. Both of these men, I just don't understand how they keep fighting. How do they keep going on in this match? Randy Orton now putting the shoulder into Seth Rollins, then dropping the big elbow there. Another big elbow by by Randy Orton, and then there's a third elbow. Just at this point, you can tell the desperation out of both of these men, especially Randy Orton, the desperation to just keep them down. Rollins able to reverse that cutter again. That's the third time that Orton's went to it. He hit it once, but 2 times it's backfired. Rollins now, chop to the back, elbow to the back, and now just a flurry of strikes by Seth Rollins. You can see the desperation with him, just trying to throw haymakers, throw kicks, throw anything that might disorient it. Maybe one lucky punch will be enough to keep him down. There's a standing moonsault to Randy Orton. And now Rollins trying to bark at Randy Orton to stay down. Just trying to keep him down, but then there's an elbow. And now Orton barking at Rollins. You could just tell the familiarity with these two opponents. Both of them just did the same thing after hitting a move, trying to tell their opponent to stay down. You can tell both these men have been in major wars. Again, both these men have fought for the EWW Championship. But none of that matters right now. This is OWA. Will one of these two men be the first OWA champion? Orton with an RKO. That's going to do it. Orton's going to punch his ticket to the quarterfinals. But no, Seth Rollins kicks out. Seth Rollins kicks out. And I said that he had to be punched his ticket because I just don't understand how the human body can withstand this punishment, this back and forth. Oh, Rollins with the roll-up. Rollins with the roll-up. 1, 2, and Orton kicks out. I don't think a roll-up is going to get either of these men. You're going to have to incapacitate your opponent, but I don't know how you do it. I think eventually, regardless of the spirit, the will that these two men have showed, eventually one will have to break. It's just humanly impossible to keep this level of punishment up to the human body. But until that happens, your guess is as good as mine, because either one of these men could walk out here in the first round. Rollins went for a move. Orton's countered that. Orton going to pick him up. What is Orton looking for here? Orton looking for a big suplex to Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring. And the OWA crowd is getting behind it. They are going nuts. This match has been crazy. Rollins again sweeping the leg from under him. And then again, just kind of like at first it was probably getting the crowd behind it. Now that's just pure, utter emotion. It's pure irritation, frustration that he can't put Orton away. And now Rollins kicks him. And now Rollins curb stomp again. How many curb stomps? We're going to have to get Randy Orton checked out after this match. He's taking a lot of curb stomps. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and there's a kick out. There is a kick out again by Randy Orton. That has to just be instinct at this point. There's no way that he is fully aware of his surroundings right now. Just both of these men just working up pure instinct. Both of these men have done this for a really long time now, so both of them know how to work through pain, work through this kind of onslaught, especially from one another. Seth Rollins dropping the knee into the arm. And now Rollins trying to take a page out of Orton's book, dropping a knee into the head, and dropping another knee into the head, and again, just the familiarity. Both men kind of doing things similar to one another. Rollins went for the kick. Orton went into the roll-up. Here's the cover. 1. Rollins kicks out, and Orton going for that DDT off the second rope again, and it connects. And Orton, you got to think, would have to just try to go for a pin just to slowly tire him out, and there it is. There's the pin cover. 1, 2, and kick out at 2.5. Kick out at 2.5, and I held my breath because there's been so many kickouts in this match. You kind of expect it, but eventually there's going to be that point where neither one of these men can kick out. And now here comes Rollins. Rollins with the Falcon Arrow, but he didn't hook the leg. He might have just been too tired to hook it. And Rollins now trying to goad Orton to get back to his feet. Orton trying to get to his feet. Rollins still stalking him. Rollins went for the roll-up, but did instead put it into the super kick. And now Rollins, again, very smart, going to drag him away from the ropes. And he's going to hook the leg. Will this be it for Randy Orton? 1. Kick out at 1. Kick out at 1 by Randy Orton. Kick out at 1. There's nothing else I can say about these being resolved. These might be the two best superstars in all of OWA. But there's a locker room in the back that is looking to show their worth as well. Rollins ducked the clothesline from behind, dropped the knee into the back right there, almost like a full Nelson, but put his knee into him. Orton countered. What is Orton looking for here? This match has to be looking to end very shortly. And now this is vintage Randy Orton. This is vintage Randy Orton right here. Again, this is the third time he's done this in this match, just trying to weaken every point of the body on Rollins that he physically, it doesn't matter what he wants mentally, physically cannot kick out. You got to think whoever hits a finisher this next time will truly win this match. Orton with the RKO, and Rollins clotheslines Randy Orton out of the ring. And now Orton has to try to beat the 10 count, but similar to Randy Orton, both these men, even though they're big rivals, they have respect. They don't want to win this match by count out. They want to get a pin in the middle of that ring. Orton getting into the ring, but Rollins, that's a veteran move, grabbed his legs, pulls his head into the top rope. This might be the turning point that Rollins needs right here. Orton countered it. Orton, they bumped each other. Irish whip, pulls him back. Neck breaker by Seth Rollins. Both these men, again, just one-upping each other. Rollins telling Orton to stay down. Rollins wrenching the leg of Randy Orton. Randy Orton ducked it. Randy Orton went for the RKO. He missed it, and that might be the mistake that cost the match. Missed the RKO, went into the curb stomp. And now Rollins is hooking the leg. Will this do it? Will Rollins advance? 1, 2... and there's a 3, and Rollins has done it. Rollins has finally advanced on. It'll